Hey everybody, JTVectorSigma here with another episode of Transformers Cyberverse. And it's been not too long since the last recording, but I am a little bit late getting this. I've pretty much been waiting to get the actual YouTube versions instead of going off of Kim Cartoon, because those ones always have the green bar for some reason. So yeah, go with the YouTube versions, get the good quality, and that's all I'm going for. But I had this whole intro that I actually recorded, and then I had to stop recording, and I have no idea what I said. The pains of recording YouTube videos. So yeah, we have 2 more episodes left in this season. We last left off on, Shockwave tried to, what was he doing? Something with the Earth's core or magnetic field or something like that. I don't know. It was an extinction level event that was stopped by Grimlock throwing a temper tantrum, basically. And Bumblebee shaked his ass at Shadow Striker, which was one of the most hilarious events in the entire show. Even though he didn't actually know that she was there, I don't think. So, yeah. A little odd to that. But yeah, it was a fun episode. Not my favorite. I do think my favorite episode, Megatron as My Hero was pretty good, but so was Terminal Velocity and Shadow Striker and McAdams. Those are all pretty good. Last run has all been a little bit weird, but those 4 episodes were all really, really good. So it's probably one of those. One of those is probably my favorite episode. Yeah. But this time we have episode 17, and it's entitled Awaken Sleeping Giants. And I thank YouTube for spoiling this for me, recommending me little clips. I know that this is the one where they find the Ark and actually wake everybody up. So, yay! All the Autobots are back. Maybe. Some of them, at least. So yeah, that's what that's about. But what's interesting to me is the title very much sounds like a World War II reference. Because I'm pretty sure that's the phrase that's used to describe what happened when Pearl Harbor happened. Awaken Sleeping Giants, referring to the events that led to America, United States, the sleeping giant, metaphorically speaking, coming out and joining in with the war effort. And, like, prior to that, we were just like, nah, we're not going to get involved. But then, Japanese kamikaze the fuck out of us. I don't think that's actually what happened, but whatever. Pearl Harbor happened, and then the United States was like, well, screw you guys, we're going to kill everybody. And we did. We did. Not our finest moment, I don't think, but, ended the war. Not that was necessarily, like, anything that happened afterwards was necessarily better. Whatever. Yeah, World War II. Fucked up time. Whatever, let's just not get into anything too political this time, please. I don't want to do that again. Let's just watch the episode, because it should be a fun episode no matter what. Because this show's been pretty fun no matter what. So yeah, and we will start the episode in 3, 2, 1, play. Damn it, didn't work. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay.
We barely stopped Shockwave, Shadow Striker, and the Seekers from destroying this planet. But the Decepticon armada is still on its way.
Yep.
We need.
Oh, hey,
the rest
Ratchet.
of the Autobots.
Chromia, Wheeljack, RC,
We need
and Optimus.
We need to find the Ark. You
How?
said you might have a way.
Yes, about that. There's something I want to show you.
Okay. Oh! What did he... What has he found? Whoa, what's that?
This is the world, the way it was, the day the Ark crashed.
Oh. Yeah, it's been a long time since the Ark's crash. Is it underwater, maybe? That might explain why I haven't been able to find it. This is too loud. Turn it down.
A map of Pangea. What a great time that was. Roaming the coastlines, chatting with the hadrosaurs. I can't believe it was only 65 million years ago. And
Yeah.
look, this is where we are right now.
Grimlock.
Oh, cool.
This is incredible.
Mondo rad! But the question is...
I guess 65 million
This map
years.
chronicles my arduous quest for the Ark. Sadly, my search ended when that cursed asteroid fell. All I managed to locate were fragments of our beloved ship. But I was so close I could feel it in my circuits. The Ark crashed here in these swamps.
Fantastic data. Very helpful. But your conclusion is totally wrong.
Yep.
Do tell.
By compiling the locations of the Ark debris you discovered, along with the Ark's entry trajectory from Teletran 1's database, I conclude the Ark crashed here.
Huh.
Sweet!
Of course, that's where it was millions of years ago. Taking
Yep.
into account climate change, continental drift, and a multitude of other factors, the Ark is now buried in the Pacific Northwest sector of the United States.
Nice. Okay, so G1 reference.
Drone, you are splendid.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's gonna be under Mount St. Helens, and now for some reason well, yeah, that's not obvious whatsoever.
My plan has worked.
Fools.
Seekers, you will intercept the Autobots. Destroy them.
Seekers, move out!
I mean, why not just go straight to the Ark? I mean, wouldn't that be simpler? Faster? Whatever. Are they still using the... Yep! Nice.
Attention crew members, we are now approaching Mount St. Hilary. This is where the Ark is buried.
Mount St.
Mount St.
Hilary?
is one of many volcanoes that make up what is called the Ring of Fire.
Don't you mean Mount St. Helens?
Seekers incoming!
I guess maybe things are different in this universe? That would make sense.
Taking evasive maneuvers.
I mean, that plane is a little big for that. Nice, Windblade. Very nice. But there are a lot more Seekers with a lot more missiles, so... Pew, 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 pew! Like a freaking arcade game. Check your rear! Oh, fuck. That's not cool. Spin, spin. Uh-oh. Our engines are blocked there. That's not good. I mean, just transform and shake them off. And whoa, that's a lot of missiles. Holy fuck, that's a lot of missiles. A little overkill, don't you think? Also, how is none of their... There we go. Good job. Could have done that a little earlier, but ow. I'm surprised they survived that. Bail! Bail! Nice. Damn. So I'm surprised the plane survived that.
Save Bumblebee. Grimlock's hero.
Yes, Grimlock, you
Wasn't
are.
that an exciting flight? Oh, look, we're still under attack.
You suck! You're not helpful! I mean, you are, but you're not helpful in a combat situation. You are very vulnerable and very much a pain. Hey, Grimlock, maybe breathe fire. Did he just make a baby noise?
I can fly!
Superman! Nice. Okay, that was cool. And here comes Thundercracker. Come on, breathe fire. Isn't that a thing you can do, Grimlock?
Crew member Grimlock, can I be of assistance?
He keeps doing that. Fastball special.
I am your doom and destruction.
What's going on? Get it off! Get it off!
Wow. Okay, maybe he is useful. Racing, are we? Whoa. Ouch.
Slipstream. Are you laying down on the job?
Shut up, Starscream.
No, sir. Ready for duty.
I should hope so. The Decepticon Armada has entered your star system. Prepare the arrival site immediately.
The entire...
We're on our way to rendezvous with, Shockwave.
Shockwave is there with you? But how? And why does he always do this to me?
Nice infighting.
But unfortunately, those ruffians have destroyed our transportation.
Hey, everybody, we've got to get moving. Now, let's go, go, go!
Hey now, slow down. All the ruckus.
The Decepticon Armada has entered your star system.
Yeah.
Prepare the arrival site
With the entire army coming,
Let's move!
they're screwed unless they can find the Ark. So I'm guessing Season 2 will be much more of a typical Autobots versus Decepticons type thing, with less focus on flashbacks and whatnot.
The quickest way to the Ark is through these lava tubes.
Oh, that sounds pleasant. Seriously, can Grimlock not breathe fire? Also, what is Shockwave's plan here?
Is there any chance the Ark is still fully intact?
Yes.
There is a chance. A small one.
No matter how small, we have to continue on.
Especially because I don't think you're going to be able to go backwards at this point. Ow.
Great shortcut. We're almost there.
Uh...
The Ark is just on the other side of this magma. Be careful.
Gee, how the hell are they supposed to cross that?
How resourceful, Bumblebee.
Meet you on the other side.
I mean, yeah, she can just fly, so, good luck, losers.
Follow me. No time to wait.
I mean, he's heavier than you, Bumblebee. Remember that.
This reminds me of the time I explored the lithium caves beneath Cybertron's acid wastes.
Ooh.
I was crossing a gigantic acid pool, and just as I made it to the other side,
That happened.
Grimlock!
I'm guessing the magma's not hot enough to actually hurt that.
That magma is over 1500 Kelvin. You will melt.
There's gotta be something we can do.
Nice! Now he can breathe fire.
Sweet soulless crime!
apologies, my friends. I occasionally get a little heated when telling tales of my travels.
Glad you're okay. Ow! Still
Yeah.
We must hurry. Scans
So,
indicate
I guess his armor's just
through
that
here.
thick? That's weird. Whatever. Convenience.
Shall we?
We shall.
He's fun. And they found it.
The Ark.
Nice.
We finally found it.
Home sweet home.
Nice somber music.
Thank you, not crew.
Aw. Okay, now get inside. That damn thing. Oh, is that the end? Huh. Okay. I mean, kind of seems like a little bit premature to call this one Awaken Sleeping Giants, but... So, one more episode left of the season, and, yeah, this season really just feels a lot like setup. Like, everything is kind of leading up to a big Autobot-Decepticon conflict of the type that we normally see in other Transformers cartoons. I do have to wonder, number one, is Megatron in with the rest of the Armada? Number two, what the hell is Shockwave up to? Because he's, doing his own thing, and he normally does that anyways, but still. I do like the touch of Starscream going like, why does he always do this to me? Typical. My third thing is, though, that there are a lot of Autobots on board the Ark. And it seems like it would be a very... Like, if all those Autobots wake up, then the conflict is going to be too big for Earth. So, something has to happen here that will make it so that we can get the Autobot versus Decepticon conflict we want, but not have the Autobots be too numerous. And I do happen to know that the next episode's title, which gives me some ideas. I don't necessarily want to talk about them here. Might talk about them in the next video. But I do have to wonder how that's going to go down. And if my ideas are correct, that might be kind of a sad thing. Speaking of, this show has something very interesting where it's like it can change tone in an instant. We went from a very fun and goofy scene in the cavern there with the magma pool to a rather somber and just like, obviously you're supposed to be awestruck when they walk into the Ark room there, and it's just interesting to note. And then immediately we get another little bit of whiplash with Shockwave's drone thing coming in and being like, ooh, I'm spying on you. So, yeah. I like that. I do like that. It does get a little bit, like I said, mood whiplash at times, but usually it works. It usually does. It works. And this episode was pretty fun. I like the implication that with the mountain being called Mount St. Hilary instead of Mount St. Helen, that we're operating in a sort of, not exactly just parallel universe, but just an alternate timeline sort of thing for Earth, in which things are a little bit different, and just... Maybe it's only names because, the United States still exists, but maybe it's something that would explain, like, why the Autobots and Decepticons can go around and just do the things that they do, and nothing ever really seems to come of it. Like, they stole a plane, and then they crashed that plane, and nothing's coming of it, or is going to come of it. And, like, they've been flying everywhere, with nobody, like, calling in and being like, hey, you're in restricted airspace, or you're not filing a flight plan. So, like, just real-world things that don't seem to come up in the show, and maybe them setting it in an alternate universe where some things are different is a good way to explain why the real-world stuff doesn't come up. To someone who actually cares about that. So, yeah, obviously they don't bring it up because it's not important to the plot. They only have 11 minutes. There's only so much they can do. It's like when on Steven Universe, the gems come down in a giant warship from outer space, and the president is not on the TV saying, everybody remain calm, and, like, nobody is panicking outside of Beach City and all that sort of stuff. That stuff happens on Steven Universe all the time, and we don't question it because we just don't. It is just a little bit weird to me, though, because Transformers usually does take an effort to explain why this sort of stuff doesn't get noticed. At least in the modern day it does. Like, with Transformers Prime, you had Agent Fowler running interference. And even with RID, which sucked, they kind of went ahead and did the whole prototype robot explanation, which, you know, not realistic, but it's at least an effort on the show's part to explain why nobody really notices what's going on. And I appreciate that. And this show doesn't do that. And I think they could, if they really wanted to. Or maybe they're saving it up for season 2, where it's like all of a sudden the humans do step up, take notice, and things get tricky. Who knows? Outside of that, not really sure what else I can talk about. Yeah, there's not really much else I can think of to talk about for this one. It's, Grimlock himself continues to be a little bit of a inconsistent character, like, in terms of just what he's able to do. Like, with Bumblebee and Windblade, we've had some explanations. Like, Windblade, you know, her fans can act as, like, they can actually blow the Decepticons away, and they can cut through stuff. Like, we've seen that happen before, and we've gotten a sense of her abilities. She hasn't just whipped out new abilities out of nowhere. And like Bumblebee, we know his stinger temporarily freezes up the Decepticon systems, so that's nothing new. And we know that, like, Grimlock is stronger in his dinosaur mode, but that doesn't really explain, like, why is he able to survive lava? Why is he now able to breathe fire when he didn't seem to be able to before, even though he really should have been? Has he breathed fire before? I'm pretty sure he hasn't. And he should be able to, but he only did it now after taking a dip in the lava. Or magma, whatever. Same difference. So yeah, it's just a little bit weird with Grimlock there. And same thing with Teletron X a little bit. He keeps displaying new abilities and new capabilities that he just didn't really seem to have before. Like, this episode, suddenly he has lasers and a shield, and his arm can extend out a lot more. And it's just, it's weird that they do that. Because it kind of implies that, you know, they had ideas, and then they just kind of ran out of ideas, and so they just started throwing darts at the wall and seeing what stuck. And sometimes that works, but sometimes it just doesn't. And this episode in general just kind of feels a little bit more fillery than a lot of the other ones have. In fact, if we're going back to it, last episode, the Extinction event, that one felt kind of fillery too. Like, did that really need to happen, aside from getting, you know, Shockwave's little drone in there? Like, could that not have happened a different way? I don't know. I do feel like, just in general, this final arc here, this final group of episodes, is not as good as the earlier ones were. I mean, I'll probably talk about this more in the last one, but overall the season has been very inconsistent. So, yeah, just a little bit of a downer note there. I don't really want to end it on a downer note, but I don't really have anything else to say, so, yeah. I'm gonna, well, yeah, I've got other things to do, so I'm gonna head off now, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!